by the end of this video, hopefully you'll never make a $6,000 mistake like I did on my first BRRRR investment property. I've talked about the BRRRR in the past and some of the good things and some of the bad things that's happened. But today I want to talk to you about a specific thing that happened. And this is merely something that you'll learn with experience, but hopefully I can tell you today what happened with me and it won't happen to you. Okay, so I bought a property. I got a reference from somebody that I knew about a roofing company. They came out and they was also going to do my roofing and foundation. Come out, they did their inspection. I walked with them. I don't know a ton about roofs, but I could tell that the roof definitely needed to be replaced. So they did their part and said, hey, okay, here's what we got. Here's how much it's going to cost. Cool. So then, maybe an hour into the project, or what they usually do is a tear off. I knew that some of the boards was going to be replaced, the OSB boards. He said that it was like $45 per board that they're going to have to replace. They already put in the price for 3 of them. So they start to tear it off and they're like, oh, well, the trusses are bad and there's no insulation in the roof. Now, I'm not going to only say that they should have been able to tell me that from their inspection. I should also probably did a deeper dive on that, because when they got in there, all of a sudden that price jumped from about $8,000 for the roof replacement to about $14,000. Now, if you know anything about rehabs, this could be a major killer in your rehab. If you're flipping it, it could kill your profit. Hopefully you have a budget for more than a $6,000 profit. It doesn't completely kill you, but it may. Now, the whole goal of the BRRRR is not to be out of pocket. So basically what this did is I had to come out of pocket my own $6,000 to make sure I paid for this, because my lender did not approve me for a $14,000 roof. They approved me for $8,000, which what I was originally told. So they had to go in, put all the insulation in, and re-roof it as they were supposed to do the regular job. Great. It was done, but it cost me $6,000. So it was a very valuable lesson. The lesson I learned is to make sure you get in there and see it. And also, at no point do you ever go off one bid. I went off one bid because this was a trusted contractor through somebody else I knew. Everybody's experience with other people are completely different. And at the time, it seemed pretty legitimate, but then it kind of unfolded that this person wasn't who they portrayed they was. So my second mistake, outside of not doing my due diligence and getting more than one quote, is that the person that did it ended up burning me. I could potentially, I don't really think I'd have any grounds for suing them or anything, and there's really not much I can do about it. But they also did the foundation work. They did all that. Then they came back and said, oh, well, it's going to be an extra $500. We saw some things. Cool, $500. I even budget for, each part of the project to go over at least 10%. So that wasn't a big deal. But then I started to notice, and I quote you, the contractor said to me, you will not have trouble with this foundation for at least 20 more years. Great, I went for it. 6 months later, I see foundation issues. So I call him, I said, hey, there's some issues going on. He's like, oh, okay, well, sometimes things get mixed. We'll come out there, we'll take care of you. A week goes by. Yeah, we're working on it. We're gonna get the guy out there. Another week goes by, nothing. Another week goes by. Oh, sorry, haven't been trying to annoy you. Lots of things going on. The house wasn't falling down. No problem. Get out. Let's fix it. Another week goes by. I said, hey man, what's the deal? What's going on? He basically said, oh, well, we only do foundations during the winter time when work is slow. Work's not slow right now. So basically he told me the next dollar is the most important dollar, and he's not getting any more money off my project, so he's not going to come back and fix it, because he fixed what he said he was going to fix. Because what part of the foundation he said he wasn't going to fix, they didn't see. Just some crazy stuff. So that was the mistake I made. Hopefully By me telling you this, it's a mistake that you ain't gonna make. There will always be mistakes. I'm learning more and more. I've had a lot of issues with contractors. Hopefully I look to build some good relationships with contractors and really streamline this business and really make it my career. But that's really was the $6,000 mistake, was the roof. But it all goes into an education thing, because I paid $6,000 to know that taking somebody's word for it is not always going to get you what you need. So you need to be able to get multiple quotes, at least have some knowledge of what you're doing. I've in the last year learned a lot about construction and what kind of better at pricing it. It's always good to have mentor people around you that have nothing to win or lose in the deal for you, just doing it just because they do real estate as well and they want to help. I found a lot of people in the community like to network, like to help other people out. It may lead to business down the road. Some people just like to do it just because they just love real estate, just like anything else where you might pick up a mentor. But if you guys have any questions about the mistakes I made or other mistakes I made, or even the wins from it, because in that BRRRR I did not lose any money, and I have a whole playlist of BRRRR information, so you can take a look at that and see how I made up that $6,000 at the end. And if this video brought you any value, like, subscribe, and share, and check out the next video.